Hello everyone, welcome to Life Coach Lessons. Today I will be giving you tips on living successful and purposeful lives in only 3 to 5 minutes. I'm Scott Miller, a certified retirement life coach from Hixon Zuercher Capital Management. Well, hello everyone, and welcome to episode number 32 of Life Coach Lessons. We're in the beginning in the month of January, and of course whenever we start a new month, that means a new topic of your questions about the second half of your life. That's what we do in Life Coach Lessons, and our topic for this month is going to be mental health. Now that's a big buzzword. You've probably heard a lot about mental health here just in the last few months. Let me just start out today with just a definition of mental health. Mental health includes your emotional, your psychological, and your social well-being. It affects how you think, how you feel, and how you act. So that's kind of a good way to think about it when you think about mental health. Think, feel, and act. And the question that we're going to look at today is, who am I? And back in episode number 3, we looked at the question of who are you? Because it's one of the 3 main questions that we ask in Refocus Coaching. Who are you? Where are you going? And how will I get there? So you can kind of go back to episode 3 if you want to kind of look at that. It's very related. We do talk about in that episode about your skills, your passions, your strengths, personality tests, just really looking at who you are, what kinds of things make you up. Today we're going to actually look at this question of who am I from a much broader sense. And that broader sense is your identity. So in other words, when you look in the mirror, who do you see or what do you see? Unfortunately, the problem with identity and mental health is a lot of times when we look in the mirror, that identity is distorted. It's like a funhouse mirror. Remember when you used to go to the carnival and you'd go through a funhouse and you'd see these distorted mirrors? Or Snapchat does this too. My kids got me into Snapchat, and you can put these filters on and you kind of make yourself look funny. That's a lot of times when we look in the mirror and we look at ourselves, that's what happens is we kind of look at a false sense of us or what our identity really is. And so my question for you today is this. This is how I want you to kind of look at this. For my identity, do I look into a horizontal mirror or do I look into a vertical mirror? Well, let me explain that, okay? A horizontal mirror really represents your kind of roles that you play here on this earth. So that would have to do with like your work or your career. Maybe you're a doctor, or maybe you have some letters behind your name, or you've done a career for 30 or 40 or 50 years, and that's just who you become. And when you look in the mirror, that's how you kind of identify yourself. You identify yourself with your work or your career. Or maybe you're a parent. Maybe you're a mother or a father, or you're raising kids, and you just kind of, when you look in the mirror, you just kind of look at yourself as that's your identity. Or maybe you're in a relationship with someone else and you kind of look in the mirror and it's kind of has something to do with that relationship with that other person. Maybe you're a husband or a wife. The problem with attaching all of our identity to those roles is those roles have a tendency to change. And of course, in Refocus Coaching, we talk about the transition from our careers into the second half of our lives. And a lot of times that work or that career that you've been doing for a long time, that changes, that kind of goes away. So that's our horizontal mirror. So what I want to encourage you to do is look at your identity in a vertical mirror. And what I mean by that, when I say a vertical mirror, that means finding your identity in something that's beyond yourself. And when you look at a vertical mirror, when you put your identity in that, you'll actually find that it'll never change. Actually, in the Christian world, we talk about that as looking for our identity from God, somebody who's beyond ourselves. And that's a great way to look at your identity because that identity will always stay the same. And it comes from something that's beyond yourself, something that's greater than yourself. And of course, you know, in Refocus Coaching, we talk about purpose all the time, and purpose is really defined as looking at something that's greater than yourself. So today, just think about that. Think about looking for your identity in that vertical mirror, not just that horizontal mirror. Hey, it's been great being with you today. We're looking forward to the rest of this month of your other questions. If you have any questions or comments or would like to connect with me, you can email me at smiller@hzcapital.com. I would love to hear from you. And remember to live a more meaningful and purposeful life today.